Good morning, my friends. I just wanted to talk about paper straws. You always hear people complaining about paper straws. They're okay. Compared to a plastic straw, obviously they're not as functional. I don't think anyone's arguing that. Depending on what you're drinking too, especially if it's something you drink like somewhat slow, then by the end of it, your paper straw goes to shit, usually. Some of them are thicker, some of them are better, but they don't function that great. I know. And people complain. They say, okay, paper straws suck. There's got to be a solution, but it can't be this. It can't be the paper straws. There is a solution, though. There is a solution. You can go and buy a metal straw at the dollar store, even, I'm pretty sure. You can go buy a metal straw. If you hate paper straws that much, go buy a metal straw for $1. Wash it out, bring it with you. Go buy a metal straw. Do you really think that plastic straws are so convenient and we need that convenience so badly that's better than a metal straw, going to buy a metal straw? Personally, I don't really care. I'll put up with the paper straws. And look, I'm not an environmentalist. I don't own a metal straw. I use plastic straws when they give them to me. So let me just put that out there. I'm not an environmentalist, but if they're going to force me to use a paper straw, it's like, I get it. I totally get it, because plastic is a huge problem in the environment, obviously. It gets littered, ends up in the oceans. Fish eat them, we eat the fish. Plastic ends up inside of us. It's actually like a human health issue on top of the environment, and the fish and all that. You don't want plastic in the oceans, obviously. It's that garbage patch floating around. It's like a big island of plastic. It's crazy. But okay, maybe it's not just like the consumers that are to blame, though, because there has to be a solution. And immediately I thought, like, why don't we recycle plastic straws? Don't we do that? And I looked it up, and apparently plastic straws are too small and lightweight to go through the sorters at the recycling stations, and so they're hard to sort, and it's impractical to recycle them. So I want to talk about that for a second. Like, we can put a man on the freaking moon 60 years ago. Can we not sort a plastic straw? Can we not figure out how to do that? That makes no sense. Like, maybe, like, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Or can it just, like, is a piece of paper must be about the same weight as a straw, right? You can recycle a piece of paper, though, right? It seems stupid to me. It seems ridiculous to me. We can't sort the paper straws or the plastic straws. Okay, another solution is, how about the restaurants just stop giving out straws? They don't provide straws, period. That would force people to buy metal straws. And I know that would piss so many people off so much. So many people would be so outraged by that. But it's like, we're not thinking about the consequence of the plastic ending up in the oceans and inside of us in the food chain. And it's only going to get worse and worse. And it's like, people just in the moment, they're like, they want their straw so bad, they just want to drink their drink conveniently, that thinking about that consequence just goes totally out the window. But it's really not a bad thing. It's not the end of the world. It's not super painful to use a paper straw in relation to the consequence, especially. Or just on its own, it's not it's not. We can put up with paper straws, I think, or we can go and buy a metal straw and keep it in our car or whatever. It costs like $1 maybe. And I don't know, I think people are just fucking babies sometimes. Like, some of the things humans are gonna have to give up and sacrifice in the next, like, however many years because of environmental changes and stuff like that. Like, eventually we're gonna be forced to make changes. And they're gonna be a lot worse than having to use paper straws. Like, some generation is gonna have to bite the bullet a bit and give up some things in order to make our livelihood more sustainable livelihoods. Like, we're gonna be forced to eventually. I don't think, like, we can just come up with technology that allows us to live like the way we are, like, forever. And things are changing, like electric cars, for example, hydrogen power cars are apparently becoming a thing. So like, yeah, there are changes being made, but there are certain things that we're just gonna have to make some concessions. And I think plastic straws it's ridiculous that we haven't found a solution for this yet. And here's another one I thought of. Why don't we just not use straws? How many people use a straw like at home? I never use a fucking straw unless one's given to me. That, you know, I never use a straw unless one is provided for me and I'm given something with a lid. And I get that you want a lid when you're out and about. You don't want to spill shit in your car, but I mean, I don't want to spill shit in my bedroom either. I don't use a sippy cup at home. That's basically what you get, is a sippy cup. You know, why can't they just give us a cup and you can sip? I know there's a bunch of ice in it and maybe it hurts your teeth or whatever, sensitive, but again, a small fucking problem compared to like real problems, you know? Don't put so much ice in it. How many people fill up their cup with half ice when they're at home either? I don't even use ice when I'm at home. If I have pop, which I never really do, I'll just pour it into a cup and drink it. Or like, yeah. Why don't we just not use straws? Why do we have to use a straw when we're out? At home, it's like, nah, we don't need straws. But once you're out, it's like, you must have a straw. I don't get that. So I mean, okay, all the convenience a plastic straw provides. It's easy to make, obviously, and it's cheap enough to give away. Okay. It lets you drink your drink without sipping it. Okay. Now let's think of the consequences. Food ends up in our fucking food chain inside of us. Little fucking micro fucking scopic. I'm swearing a lot. I'm getting heated. A little piece of plastic inside of our fucking bodies, you know, which who knows what that can do. I'm sure it's not good though. Right? I don't know. I haven't done any research on this or anything. I just woke up and I was watching a tech review podcast thing, and this guy was talking about paper straws, and he was like, oh, how horrible are paper straws. The other day I took 3 sips and the thing didn't fucking work, which I doubt it was the 3 sips. They're not that bad. I used one like at McDonald's the other day for like a frozen slushy drink. And it got through that like no problem. Like by the end it was a little fucked up, but you know what I did when it got fucked up? I took the lid off and drank it like I drank things at home every day. Oops. Or they can sell them at restaurants too. They should not provide them. It's like bring your own straw. And if all restaurants did that at the same time, like it was a law or something, people would get used to that pretty damn quickly. They might be mad for like a week or two, but like they would get used to that very, very quickly. Everyone would buy their own and be all good. Or at restaurants, provide metal straws and wash them out like utensils, you know? There's so many solutions to this. I just came up with like 20. I'm sure like an environmentalist, scientist, or plastic genius guy or woman fix the sorting machines at recycling stations so that we can recycle straws. Don't provide straws, force people to buy metal ones. Provide metal ones at restaurants and just wash them out. Or just stop using straws altogether and sip our drinks and not spill them. Let's just not spill them. We don't need sippy cups. Anyways, like I said, I'm not an environmentalist. It just seems like everyone's talking about this problem. I'm just sitting here thinking like, we're being babies about this because there are solutions. They just require like us to give up a little bit of convenience, just a little bit, to solve this like big problem, you know. Anyways, what can you do? I'm just trying to help the world out a little bit here. Anyways, that's all. I think I make some pretty good points. If you disagree, I would love to hear a counter argument to any of that. Have a good day. Much love. Thank you everybody for joining me on my channel here. You know, more to come of everything. Everything is business as usual. Psychedelics, live streams, all that good stuff. And have a good day.